the new practical. So to determine the order of the Butterworth filter that we have seen in the theory class, now we will do on the Scilab cloud. So we have discussed this. So again we have discussed this. This is pass band, transition band, stop band. Omega 1 is what pass band frequency. We have WP and we have represented this W2 by WC. And A1 is the gain of the pass band, that is 1 upon 1 plus alpha square, 1 plus epsilon square, and this is the 1 upon 1 plus lambda square root. Okay, so see here alpha 1 and alpha 2 it is written. Now these are the values of alpha 1 and alpha 2. We will go for the square roots, you know all very well. And so this is the gain in dB at the pass band frequency, where K2 is the gain in dB at the stop band frequency, and this is the magnitude of what filter, that is the magnitude response of the filter. Just like a what Bode plot that we have seen in the what control system. Okay, and this is the conversion. We have all seen this conversion in our theory class, that how we obtain the expression for capital N. So we have derived this in the recently, that value of the capital N is but this one, 1 upon a square minus 1 divided by 1 upon a1 square minus 1 log of omega 2 by omega 1. So this is the formula of the order of the filter, which is represents the Butterworth filter. Okay, and now this is the code that we have to execute. So AP is the what gain in dB, pass band gain. AS is the stop band gain. OP is the what frequency, that is pass band frequency in the radian per second. OS is the stop band frequency in the radian per second again, and this is the formula for to calculate the order of Butterworth filter. 10 to the power 0.1 AS, that is alpha S. We have seen in the theory alpha S and alpha P. So you can replace this A by alpha, that you have to use special symbols. So for the simplification purpose, I have written here AS and AP divided by log of OS. OS is the stop band frequency, OP is the pass band frequency in radian per second again, and display what the CEIL. CEIL represents the rounds of the N. CEIL command rounds of N, because we have seen in the theory class, when we calculate N, the answer is in the decimal point. So we don't need decimal points, so we round off the N. Let us say 1.8, we round off it as 2. So similarly in Scilab, we use the CEIL command to round off the what value of N. So this is the results that you will get while after executing the numerical, not numerical, this program, and this is our conclusion. Okay, this is the new practical, so that's why what I will do, I will go for this. Okay, see here, put this code, and we will go for this. So now we will execute this code. See, there is error at to find out the order of the filter. Okay, no error. Why the error? Because this should be comments. Okay, so now this error will, again there is a error. Okay, so I will try to remove this. Yes, See this inverted comma I have not given properly, that's why it was showing error. Now see here, order of filter is 4. So if you change these parameters, you will get different order. If you change this parameter, let us say I will take 2, so and I will execute this code. It is not showing, so I will reset this. I will replace this. This we have to change. It should be like this. Let us say 2. I will now execute this. Again error, undefined variable 2. Okay, yes, again the same error, that it should be comment. Now again it shows the answer 4, but let us say I will give it is 100 now, and I will go for the execution. So now see here, the order is 3. So by making changes in the parameters of the Butterworth filter while calculating the order of the filter, you will see the changes. If you change these parameters, you will definitely see the changes in the order of the filter. And see, the importance of this discussion is CEIL rounds of n. This command CEIL rounds of the n. Okay, so we will go for the next practical.